Good morning. It is April 1st. God calling Christianity is mid and God at eventide gay is okay. Let's get right into it, guys. Just kidding. I got you, April Fools. It's actually God calling, shut out from God, and God at eventide, the time of resurrection. I hope you guys aren't like, whoa, what's going on, right? It's just April Fools, guys. It's just a little April Fools prank. Get pranked. Let's really get into this, guys. God calling, shut out from God. Do you not see, my children, that you have not yet learned all? Soon, very soon, you will have mastered your lesson, and then you will truly be able to do all things through me and my strength. Did you not see it with my disciples, timid, faithless followers, and then so soon themselves leaders, healers, conquerors through me? All knowledge was mine, given me of my Father, and mine is manhood's years on earth. You understand this, my children. I know you do. Thousands of my servants have gone to their betrayal and death, and others who knew me not, with no agony before it. Have I not been Son of God, bearing man's weight of sin, voluntarily bearing it until my own free will? For the moment's horror, I was shut out from his sight with man, the sinner, for one short space. But I not been God. Had not this been my suffering, then I was but a craven mortal. So, guys, God's saying right here that we know God knows all, right? We know he's smart. We know he's got everything under control. So why do we doubt him? Why do we sometimes think that we know better than God? Why do we sometimes take things into our own hands, right? Us going about our day, making decisions without God, without his influence, without his counsel, not involving him in every aspect of our life. That's us leaving him out. That's us thinking that we know better, that whatever we think or our course of action is better. And if you're not, and if you just do it without even thinking about it, that's still neglecting God. That's still not taking that chance and that time to really seek his wisdom and understanding of what the situation is going on. And I feel like that's so important. So you're really just shutting yourself out from God. You're kind of shutting him away, because we know for a fact as Christians that God knows all, that God has us. So why is there a need to be worried? Why is there a need to try to think our own way through things? Why not just always go to God? Why not always go and just say, God, please help me. God, I pray. God, please come into me in this situation. Please help me understand. Like always, that should be our first course of action in anything we do. In any relationship, in any situation, it should always be the first thing we do. God even said the time of resurrection. Spring brings its messages of hope. Not only does it proclaim the truth that nature arises from her time of decay and darkness to a new life, but, my children, it surely speaks to the individual, to nations, to my world, that the time of decay and darkness from them too can pass. That from conflict and storm, disaster and sin, they can spring to a new and gladdening resurrection life. But nature obeys my laws. It is by her obedience that the quickening of new life is succeeded by the beauty of risen power. So only as man obeys my will and works according to... Bro, this chicken is going crazy. So only man obeys my will and works according to my divine plan. For him, it can harmony follow chaos, peace follow war, and a reign of love succeed one of conflict and carnage. So, guys, God resurrected yesterday, right? He came back to life. Jesus came back to life yesterday. Yesterday was April. Today's April 1st. Yesterday was Easter, right? God came back to life. He resurrected. It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing. And that's kind of what's talking about here, the time of resurrection. So not only is Jesus resurrecting, but it's time for us, it's time for Christians, it's time for people to resurrect and bring God back into our lives. It's time to ignite that passion, that fire, and that life, that Jesus spirit into our lives. And every time one of us is able to do that, it's like Jesus coming back all over again. It's like not only is he rising out of that tomb, but he's rising out of us. So we have to be able to move those things aside, move any hope, any hate, any malice, any things aside like that, and really obey God's will. And this last line, so only as man obeys my will and works according to my divine plan for him can harmony follow chaos. If you don't have God, if you don't have Jesus in a situation, that's just chaos for the sake of chaos, right? It's just craziness for craziness. There's nothing that's going to be positive that comes out of it. But if you implement God into it, then it's harmony following that chaos. There's a reason, there's a point to anything crazy that happens in your life. Sometimes really sucky and bad things happen to us, right? Sometimes the devil just takes advantage of us, takes advantage of life, and is able to just inflict pain upon us. But if we don't have God, if we don't let him resurrect into our lives, and we don't have him truly in our hearts, then only negativity is going to come out of that bad stuff. And it's just going to keep compounding and getting worse. But if we are, then God and a lesson and peace and love and all these different things are going to be able to follow that. And a reign of love succeeded one of conflict and carnage. We want love. We want peace. We want happiness. That's what we all desire, right? No matter what. So you're able to do that by really bringing God into your life, right? And not shutting him out. So that's what we learned about today. That's April 1st. Sorry for praying, guys, in the beginning. No disrespect. I love you guys so much. And with that, I will say amen.